Welcome to the Singers with Wings experience.
Fly with me, won't you?
Peace. What's good, guys? How's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. We got a little bit of news to discuss, as well as go over the Impact Wrestling results for March 24th, 2022. So the big news piece that just dropped earlier on today, I believe it dropped around either 12 or 1. And so this comes from ESPN. So Triple H, he went on the Stephen A show, and he officially announced his retirement. So he's done with in-ring competition, which sucks. Triple H has always, in my opinion, been one of the big-time greats. The man's a fucking badass. And the dude is one of the best fucking workers in the business today. He is. He's given us so many memorable moments and so many memorable storylines and matches to last a lifetime. And it sucks that he is no longer able to compete, but that's life. Shit happens. The show must go on. And I'm gonna miss seeing that final match, But I'm just glad that the man's okay. I'm glad that he is okay. Best wishes to his family. And is he going to be doing, some behind the scenes stuff of NXT 2.0? So questions like that, they pop into my mind. But we are going to read a couple of the transcripts from the interview. And so Triple H says, and I quote, "I have a defibrillator in my chest, which probably not a good idea for me to get zapped on live TV," said Levesque, who is an executive vice president with WWE and married to Stephanie McMahon, WWE's chief brand officer. So that's basically what it was. And they went over his career and everything else. So yeah, it does make sense. And the last time he performed in the ring was in 2019. So he wrestled at WrestleMania 35 against Batista in a no-holds-barred match. And then he wrestled again in, I believe, was Saudi Arabia, was Crown Jewel, was that in October or was that in November? I think it was in November. I'm going to say I'm going to say November. And so those were his last two matches. First against Batista, second against Randy Orton. And, it sucks. It sucks. It truly does fucking suck. But like I said before, shit happens. I wish the man nothing but the best. He's in our thoughts and prayers, and we send him the best wishes and positive vibes to his family. Thank you, Triple H, for all the memories that you have given us. Thank you. Thank you, man. That's all we can say is just thank you. From the bottom of our hearts, we truly say thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all the memories that you've given us. Thank you, Triple H. Okay, so moving on. Let's get into Impact. So we got the first round of the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia. We got the first round of tapings, and like I said before, well, I've actually read the spoilers. I'm not gonna give them to you guys, but I did read the spoilers, so I already knew what happened. But this was a solid, good show here. So yeah, so I'm gonna talk about BTI real quick before the Impact. We saw the in-ring return of Shira, and he's now joined forces with Raj Singh, and he defeated Crazy Steve, who is aligned with Havoc, aka Decay. So yeah, and then we start the show off. We start Impact off with Josh Alexander. He cuts a fiery badass promo, like the dude's on a fucking warpath against Moose. Out comes Moose. He does the same thing. He talks shit about Josh's family. Josh is like, nah, fuck that. So they begin to brawl, and they're able to go in the backstage area, and Josh is getting ready to throw Moose over the balcony, and everybody's like, nah, fuck no. So I think Madman Fulton gets involved, Ace Austin and a couple others. They all get involved, and they're able to pull the pair apart. And then we come back from commercial. Scott D'Amore, he's pissed. He says, look, man, dude, I know you're pissed, but you got to calm down. And Josh says, look, I am calm. I just need to get my hands on Moose, but I am calm. I'm like, damn. So I do think that their match at Rebellion, now that we've gone this route in the storyline, now that Moose has visited Josh Alexander and he went to his home last week, there has to be a match that's fitting, to kind of end the feud. I think it would be great to see a last man standing, or maybe like a no DQ, some type of stipulation of that caliber to kind of, add more heat. But I mean, the heat's already there from, what happened at Bound for Glory last year. Then we go on to our first match of the night, which is a triple threat match. It's a qualifier for the X Division Championship at Rebellion. Willie Mack versus Laredo Kid versus Mike Bailey. This is a pretty decent match. In the end, Bailey wins via the Ultima Weapon, and he hit it on Willie Mack for the 1-2-3. So it's interesting. We finally have the that situation all filled out. I don't know if Trey Miguel's going to retain his X Division title. So there's quite a few ways that can go about it, but I do think he will. Then we got a promo from the Bullet Club. Got a really good fiery promo backstage. And then we also get another backstage promo by Rajing. Said that he's aligned himself with the Indian Lion, Shira. And Shira just roars into the camera. And he says he's going to take out Pagender. Moving on, next we have Steve Macklin versus Heath. And Macklin wins via a roll-up with his feet on the ropes. So it's more bullshit fuckery, but in the end, Macklin wins. Post-match, Rhino comes out, hits a gore. Crowd goes nuts to an extent. Then we have a backstage segment involving the new Impact Knockouts Tag Team Champions, The Influence, and they're both just asking Caleb questions like, hey, look, are you aligned with us, or are you aligned with the Inspiration? And so, you know, it was more fuckery there. And then they showed us the card for multiverse of matches next weekend, next Friday. We also got a great video package / backstage promo by Jonah, saying that he's going to take out Ishii. So that's going to be a fucking banger right there. Then we move on. Violent by Design versus the Good Brothers in a lumberjack for the Impact Tag Team Championships. So, in the end, a brawl breaks out, but in the midst of chaos, Honor No More, Matt Taven, and Mike Bennett, they get involved, and they cost the Bullet Club. So they hit their finish on, I can't remember who got, they hit the climax on, I believe it was it Carl Anderson or was it Luke Gallows? I'm going to say it's Carl Anderson who ate the pin. And so there's that. So we now are going to have faction warfare. So there's our backstory. Then, moving on, we get an interview involving Tasha Steelz, saying that she's going to leave her heavy, that being Savannah Evans, behind, which is a bunch of bullshit. And yeah, we also got a promo from Mickie as well. Then we move on. Eddie Edwards versus Rocky Romero. Eddie Edwards wins via a roll-up as well, which is a bunch of bullshit as well. I don't understand what they're doing with Eddie Edwards. I'm glad that he's heel, but he has to get more heel heat on him. And then post-match, Eddie attempts to beat down Romero, but Jonathan Gresham, he returns and makes the save. So there's that. I would assume we get a match between the two next week at the next batch of the tapings. Then we get some comedy stuff involving Swingers Dungeon, featuring Ziggy Dice. And then the main event, Mickie James versus Tasha Steelz in a street fight for the Impact Knockouts World Championship. So towards the end of the match, Evans and Steelz, they gang up on Mickie James, right? And then out comes Chelsea Green. So she acts like she's going to help out Mickie, but she doesn't. She sits down on the chair and watches. And so both Steelz and Evans, they double team James. And then Steelz goes up on the top rope, hits the frog splash for the 1, 2, 3. And then post-match, out comes Matt Cardona. He hits Radio Silence, and both of them beat down Mickie James, and we go off the air. So that was really fucking cool right there. So I really dug that, you know. I love what they're doing with both Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green. I love it. I feel like they finally found their footing, and they found like what they need to be. And even if neither of them go to AEW again, they're fine. I'm loving what they're doing in Impact. I love what they're doing in GCW. I love it. You know, I love what they're doing on the indies. I feel like out of the WWE releases that happened in the past 2 years, this has been a blessing in disguise for Matt Cardona. Because early on, even we felt like he was just, you know, Zack Ryder for the longest. But now that he's embraced his heel character in Impact and in GCW, it's great. It's fucking great. So on that note, thank you guys for watching. Please hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe for more videos. I'll catch you guys later. Next week is also WrestleMania week. I'll be very busy. I don't know what all I'm going to cover yet. I know I am going to be doing NXT, and I think I'll give you guys a lot of details when I do my NXT review come Wednesday. I might end up doing a Raw review for the go home show for WrestleMania. I might. Same thing with SmackDown, but I'll let you guys know. It all depends on if Cody comes Monday or not. I don't think he'll come Monday either. I think they're probably just going to end up doing what they did with the Hardys for Cody a few years back. I think that happened in 2017. So yeah, they'll probably end up doing that again for Cody, which is fine. So on that note, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Tune in.